Kate Martin plays against Caitlin Clark. This is for the second time in the WNBA. Round one, the victor was Martin. Let's see what happens in round two. The second matchup between these two friends should be a thrilling matchup. The Las Vegas Aces are trying for another championship, and the Indiana Fever are trying to make a push. I thought that this was interesting. The fact that Caitlin and Kate talk practically every day. And I read, they talk every day, usually via text message, and spend time together whenever their chaotic schedules allow. Their favorite pastime, exploring new restaurants. I don't blame you on that at all. And trying different desserts. I don't blame you at all. I remember this. Clark is a sucker for warm chocolate chip cookies. I don't blame you at all. Martin loves anything with lemon and blueberry. Hey, these sound like my type. Amen. Amen to that. So let me say this right quick. I remember Caitlin was mentioning that her mother or her parents or her mother brought chocolate chip cookies to her and her Iowa teammates at the end of every game. So this is just like interesting little tidbits. I don't blame you at all for that. So, but I mean, the fact that these two again, they're really close friends, and again, it's just like hopefully we'll see. It's like a LeBron D Wade type of thing. You never know. They could be future teammates. Who knows? Who knows? But this is what Caitlin had to say about Iowa and the fact that she was just developed into, the player that she is today.
She said, she pointed out that it was small. And I'm just curious kind of what the biggest things you noticed were between the three arenas, like Michelob, this one, and where you played in Iowa.
Yeah. Well, Carver is just it is just so open. There are not levels. It's just one huge, 100 stairs. So it's very open. And I loved it there, but it also, it had some downfalls because it didn't feel like the fans were on top of you. It got really loud in there, but these tiered arenas are so much more fun because it really feels like there's not a bad seat in the house. Up in Carver, it literally felt like you were a mile away if you're sitting at the top seat, But yeah, I guess I'm more used to arenas this size, but it's I love playing in all arenas, and we played in some smaller arenas at away games. Atlanta's is a little smaller, Washington's is a little smaller, but it still gets really loud in there, and it's super fun. So it's really cool to play and see all different types of arenas, so I'm excited. I loved the lighting in this arena, so that's the first thing I noticed was I like the lighting in here. And I came here for a Golden Knight game, and it looks a lot different than when I went to that game, so it's cool to be playing here now.
Interesting enough, because of the attention that Iowa gained, while Kate Martin played on that team as well with Caitlin, she's walked into practically is the same situation, because every situation or every arena that they've walked into has been a sellout, especially at home rather. And I mean, again, this is just the same. Tickets on StubHub are averaging at $67, and it says, what does it say? The game is already sold out, and they moved it to the T-Mobile Arena because of the ticket demand. I mean, the Aces played the Phoenix Mercury in their 2023 season finale at the T-Mobile Arena before a sellout crowd at 17,000 people, and the Aces were the first team in WNBA history to sell out their ticket allotment. So that was this season. But I mean, the fact that they're selling out arenas that people are watching to see in finales and regular season games is crazy. So shout out to everybody supporting the WNBA and women's basketball for that. So again, we already noticed if you're on an island with Caitlin, she's gonna shoot. That's an unguarded three, she's gonna pull that every single time. She's gonna pull that every single time. So it's gonna be interesting to see. And again, anytime the Indiana Fever are getting out and running, it's just really interesting to see because they score. They score when they do it. Here they are again in transition with a great play to Alyssa Smith. Good finish. High screen and roll. Here we go with Caitlin. Step back, patent three. I'm gonna pull. You already know I'm gonna get this work. She's gonna give it to you every time, especially on a high screen and roll. So you better make sure you get that pull. High screen and roll. Bounce pass to Aaliyah Boston. 1-2. I'm gonna get that finish. Good play, man. They got good chemistry, the two of them. Good dime right to Temi. Right before the defense. Immediately, right off the pass. I mean, she's a knockdown shooter, and that's what you're supposed to be. I mean, good shot. Kate Money Martin, right? Woo! Defensive menace, too. She can block. She built like that. So she's an all-around player. Good for her. Good for her. Lexi Hall. No. Oh, that's a good block though. That's a really good block. So she's an all-around player. I mean, another knockdown shot. I mean, again, Kate Martin she's solid. She's solid. I see she's a solid little rotational player. Kate put after this, Caitlin's phenomenal, and she's having a great rookie season. I think people are really hard on her and are expecting her to be perfect. Amen. That's unrealistic, right? She's a phenomenal person. She's a phenomenal player. I'm going to support her through everything. Those are some strong words. Strong words. Again, Martin also said she knows exactly what I mean every time I say something. It's hard to talk to other friends about it in the WNBA because they don't just understand our jobs. I never thought that I'd have to be in this position. I always knew Caitlin was going to change the world, but I'm super grateful to be here too. That's nice. That's really nice. Martin also put, it's so rare in this league for people from the same team to both make it unless you go to UConn or South Carolina or something. There's so many of them in this league. It's really nice to have one of your best friends going through a similar experience. She knows exactly what I mean every time I say something. It's hard for us to talk about our jobs because they just don't understand it. And then these are some of the remarks that Caitlin Clark had to say about Kate Martin. It's kind of rare at the pro level what she can bring to a team because it's one of those people that's not going to care if she scores points, not going to care how many rebounds she has or assists she has. She's going to come in and play as hard as she possibly and going to be the best teammate she can. And those are the type of people you want in your locker room because those are the type of people that will help you win games. That sounds like an Angel Reese type of player to me. So, I mean, that's awesome, though. Those are some really kind words. Also, Clark said she makes shots, she makes threes, she always gets her feet ready. From a basketball standpoint, at times she can get overlooked a little bit, but she can do some amazing things. She can do some things I couldn't do. Her mid-post game is really good. She has a nice fadeaway. She has a high basketball IQ. Those are the types of players that Becky wants. I think she fits that system perfectly. I mean, again, some high praise, man. Some high praise from everybody. But with that being said, we out of here, man. What are your thoughts about the game?